Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm
Aloha,
assuming we are
everyone.
live. Got my buddy David here. Um, Boy, oh boy, let's see if we can open up. Bear with me because I'm kind of a rookie here with the Restream is what we're using to broadcast. So we're broadcasting out to YouTube, I believe, to Facebook. Maybe we made it to a page. Maybe made it to to our profile. Who knows?
All right.
Yeah, it's be good. So we wanted just to hop on here because Dave and I yesterday released our much anticipated NFT Profits course, and we did it with just kind of a beta test to get some people in. We thought we'd be happy maybe getting 10 or 12 people in to try to help them get some results. And we woke up in the morning and we're like, oh my gosh, we had a lot of people
Yeah.
interested. We were like, oh, pleasantly surprised. How'd you feel when you woke up?
Oh, dude, I was completely stoked. I mean, I remember I woke up and came up to refresh Kajabi and was like, okay. I think at that point, yeah, it was high teens. It was like 17, 18 orders already that morning. And
Yeah,
yeah,
and
but it's just great because it means the product we're creating obviously is something that the marketplace wants and that people want. People want to learn about NFTs. People want to get the newest information on what's going on in crypto. And so it's exciting for us because that's what I want to teach. And that's what you want to teach together. We want to create some really good courses on this.
Yeah, it's reassuring as well when a bunch of people hit me up with hate comments and be like, "This is a bubble. This is a scam. This is stupid." Yet you're watching Monday Night Football and they're plugging NFTs, and Spider-Man's coming out with some NFTs here this week, and it's like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Yeah, bubble, not scam.
Yeah. And also, it was the first time that you've ever actually sold anything online.
Yes. I mean, other than, an eBay sale or something, it's the first thing I've ever created that was a product like this that I actually sold online. And it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I had the fortune of having a very experienced partner on my side, Jason. I mean, obviously most of you guys watching this probably are familiar with him. If you're not, Jason's been in the internet marketing space for 17 years and, knows almost everybody in here. So it was nice to have someone who, helped me put the pieces together. But we've been working together for almost 2 years now on a variety of different businesses. And
Gosh,
we're excited. This is the
long?
first one we're launching. I mean, it was last summer, so I guess that's not quite a year and a half. Yeah.
I think time flies in Corona times. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. Sure. So I know also a lot of you did make it in. And then this morning, some people did not because Kajabi was facing some issues. I'm not sure if it's a Cloudflare issue or whatnot. They should. It's popped back up on our end. I know some people are having some intermittent type issues. If for any particular reason you have not been able to get in, you're having any troubles or anything, there's my support email right there. Feel free to shoot us an email. I respond to that pretty quick. And but I think all that is resolved. And today is the last day for the sale. We did a 2-day, 48-hour Cyber Monday sale. We weren't even going to do it. We were just going to wait till Monday. And we said, you know what, let's let some people in. And I'm sure as heck glad we did because it's given us this extra just excitement and push. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited to teach the class.
For sure.
So the reason that we created this too is because David and I for the last 8 months have been down the rabbit hole and really exploring all avenues of NFTs and crypto. And I have to admit, we've run into pitfalls. We've seen all the scams that exist, or most of them that exist, and thankfully haven't fallen for many of them, although we have gotten tripped up on a couple. And
I've definitely had a few.
Yeah, and we're tech savvy guys too. So if David's falling for something, I freak out when I think like what your aunt or uncle's going to do when they start jumping on. I mean, it's going to be scam city, and we're like, not only the scams, but just the tech issues and the hurdles of getting crypto. It's tough, and so we're like, if it's this tough for us, it's got to be difficult for other people as well. And so why not document what we're doing throughout the process? We started documenting things a long time ago, 6 months ago. And then we realized, wow, people really, really need this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an amazing world that is constantly evolving and changing. It's right on the cutting edge, but it's a place where a few simple mistakes that you think you're doing everything normal can really be expensive. So fortunately, yeah, we didn't get hit. Neither of us got hit with any huge scams. Although there were a few times that we probably were closer than we would like to have been, learning along the way. And then, myself, I can say there were a few times that I was taken for some small amounts of, made an investment of a couple $100 in something, and it didn't really, it turned out to be a scam of some sort. So
Yeah.
I went, but that's the great thing, when we came in, there was nobody that was teaching this. There was no sort, you could piece it together on blogs and YouTubes and asking questions in forums and kind of all that sort of stuff. But there's nobody that was just teaching you, like, here's what you need to know for how the blockchain works and how cryptocurrency works and how to move it around. And then especially not for NFTs, which, is almost kind of, you have to understand the basics of the blockchain and then a second level. And so that's why we've got this. And that's why this course is here to teach all of that to you and make sure that you can get into it.
I think we've got a great partnership too, just because of your tech know-how and then my kind of hustling mentality and really spotting the different opportunities out there. And when we marry those together, I feel like it's the best of both worlds. And then when you bring the roosters from Hawaii in on your show, I'm going to shut my window real quick.
Too funny. Yeah. So, and along with this, Jason and I both have been talking lately about how nice and sort of refreshing the NFT world is, compared to the rest of the world these days. I know we mentioned, some of the stuff going on with COVID, but obviously it hasn't been, you don't go to the news media and usually find a lot of positive, uplifting stories. Most of everything you're getting is kind of, constantly the dumping on of all the problems. And you go to NFT land and, you're dealing with real money here, but you're sort of like dealing with ice cream and unicorns in a way, almost. It's like everybody's just having really fun and creating these cool projects and just really enjoying it. And it's working. And so, that's part of what's been really enjoyable, I think, for both of us.
Yeah, I think it's been such a relief to get away from divisive chatter, whether it's political or health issues or whatnot. Nobody really talks about that in the NFT space. They're more focused on their darn comic books or video games or whatnot. It's funny when you said that. It reminded me of a bit my buddy Kyle Cease does in stand-up comedy. He talks about how the news will just pummel you with bad news, terrorism, disease, blah, blah, blah. And then he says they finish every segment with an old lady who got a cat out of a tree to make you feel a little better.
Yeah, just a little at the end there.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like NFTs have just been like the perfect distraction for me to, have some level of sanity and fun. It's a lot of fun. A lot of the projects out there attract really creative minded people, artists, musicians, and it just, man, it's such a great time, and I feel it's really encouraging. So Dave and I are doing a half off sale, a Cyber Monday sale. I realize it's Tuesday. We decided to do a 48-hour sale. You can actually check out the video there at cryptotutorials.org/NFT-profits. Dave and I talked before the show if we should come up with a easier URL to remember. And most of the time we probably should, but I think we're going to leave that difficult URL and force you to do a slash and to force you to do a hyphen, because if you can't do that, then you're probably going to struggle.
Yeah, crypto is going to be a little more complicated than the hyphen and the slash. So if you can't handle it, you might not have the tech skills needed to really go this route.
So what will happen when you go to that address? There'll be a video, and we removed the play control, so you actually have to watch the entire video. We did that because we want you to understand everything that you're investing in and not just scroll to the end and purchase it. When you get to the end, the 50% coupon will automatically be applied. So you don't have to worry about that. But then it will go back to full price. I don't think we're ever going to do this offer again. It was just really a beta thing. What we're giving away is worth so much money. I mean, just, oh my gosh, just saving like gas fee on one or two trades. So it's incredibly generous for the amount of effort and time that we've been putting in. I mean, yesterday, gosh, we've been working our butts off. I slept 45 minutes the night before last.
Yeah, it's been an absolute marathon, but it's fantastic, and we're both really excited about what the content is. And you're going to get a ton from it. And so, yeah, I absolutely agree. We both, every step of the way, we've kept adding more and more and more as we kept building it out and realizing, we really need to add this in and teach this, or this module is really important. We need to add that in. And so that's kind of why this has taken us a little while longer than we wanted it to, or when we started sort of talking with everybody about it. And so that's part of the reason too, is it was like, at this point, it just, it kept taking longer and longer, but we decided that as part of this, we wanted to include your first cryptocurrency tokens and your first free NFT. And so the last piece was having us work and build these pieces out so that you'll get to not only learn all this stuff, but you can actually, without spending any money, get to get an example of what it's like to have it, to see your wallet, to use your wallet, to see an NFT, all of that without having to put any money in. So that was our last delay. And because of that, we decided, you know what, let's do this Cyber Monday deal. And because we didn't want it, we just knew people were waiting. And so really glad we did, because we saw a great response,
Yeah. And, as we kind of joke about often, the space moves so incredibly fast. So, there's going to be all kinds of continued education for us to keep up with as Coinbase comes on board. There's other marketplaces than OpenSea, which we mostly focus on because it's the largest one. But you got Rarity, and you got Wax and Nifty Gateway.
I just got an email this morning from Dapper Labs that those NFL, video moments, collectible NFT moments, are about to launch really soon. So, there's a whole nother massive one there coming out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There's I think, that Spider-Man is launching on Wax too. Yep. And dude, like, my Wax is out of control. I think I put $60 or $80 into Wax like long time ago, just because I needed them. I think it was the Sandlot or something. I needed just a little bit for a transaction fee or something. And the Wax token is taken off, and I log in and I'm like, there's $800 in there. I'm like, holy crap. And but that was also too, I mean, I was gifted some NFT. I don't even know how I got it. I was gifted 5 NFTs somehow when I logged in. And then I was like, oh, let me try to sell a few of these. And I sold a couple of them for a few $100 as well. Yeah. So that's one of the modules that we're going to be teaching you too, is like how to get free NFTs. Dave was fortunate enough to get an NFT that you could probably go buy a really nice car with.
Yeah. My NFT is it's been quite a gift, and it's funny. It was the first one I got, and I kind of was fortunate because I wasn't paying attention to NFTs very much at that time, and didn't see it starting to go up in value. So by the time I looked at it, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, what is this thing? And it really was a big part of what got me into it, seeing this world.
So. Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, there's a Spider-Man movie coming out that is allowing you to like make an NFT, I think, of your ticket stub. Randy Crypto Buffalo was mentioning on Lads today. He was watching Monday Night Football last night, and there was, I think, a lower third or something. You could get an NFT of your ticket for that game. And he's like, why would I want a ticket when Russell Wilson totally sucked and lost the game?
He's like, our friend's a Seattle fan.
He's like, can you sell me something to erase this memory? Like,
another one that was amazing. I don't know if you saw. I mean, everybody's obviously been hearing about the metaverse like crazy since Facebook and everybody jumped on board. But somebody just sold an NFT of a yacht in the Sandlot for $650,000. It's got 2
Yeah.
helipads and a DJ booth and stuff, but it's a digital yacht that just sold for the price of a substantial real boat.
I made a joke saying I was gonna build a Coke dealer boat. It was super fast and can distribute people's crypto drugs.
There you go. It's coming. When as you dive in deeper and deeper, guys, you're gonna be amazed to see what's coming around the corner. We're like this far into NFTs. I mean, we are
you're gonna
in
be
the baby steps.
No doubt you're gonna be walking down some back alley into Decentraland and you're gonna see like a crypto ketamine shop. What?
I mean, I told you that somebody had bought a bunch of land and is creating a crypto Vegas and is already subleasing space for someone else to have and rent and put their business within the casino. We're that far along already by the people that are on the cutting edge. They see this and they're going that far. And we're creating a digital universe, and NFTs are, the way that people get to really own the assets in their digital universe.
Totally. And even though we're kind of, rapidly building this community, all of us collectively together, we're still on the precipice of it. I mean, it's like there's only a small fraction, 1% of us out there actually doing this stuff, if that. So I think with the introduction of Coinbase and when some of these other platforms get a little bit more awareness, I think like that Spider-Man launch is going to bring a lot of awareness to Wax. Is same thing with a lot of I think they have Topps baseball stuff in there as well. And
Garbage Pail Kids, I think, are Wax too, aren't they?
Yeah,
and there's a lot of
you got VV
collectibles.
That's VV's got a lot of big brand name stuff. I think it's so it's not going to be long before your aunts and uncles and maybe even your grandmas are like, I want to get me an NFT.
Yeah. And eventually there will come a point where people almost don't notice it, where it's seamlessly built in with everything we're doing. We're just so early that's why it's kind of got some of this clunkiness to it, and why you really need someone to coach you down this rabbit hole, because while it's got this sort of clunkiness to it in its early stages, there's major money moving through it. So, you want to be careful, because you can very easily, what was it? Jimmy Fallon just spent, $250,000 or something, $500,000. I don't even remember on a Bored Ape. You can put some money into this stuff, and people are.
So some of the people out there are probably still thinking too, like the NFTs are just like silly JPEGs and why they would buy that. But, as he was just mentioning, somebody built a yacht, and they basically bought land or digital land in the sandbox in the form of an NFT. The NFT is basically just like a digital receipt saying that you own the land. So it can really be applied to a lot of things. I'm really excited to explore NFTs with music. I bought this kid, Louis C. Rhymes. He's just got killer flows. And when I bought the NFT, like I got access to his actual music, and I can use that music and bumper stuff if I want as well. So many of you may know I have a guitar lesson business with my buddy Jimmy Dillon, who is like a bona fide rock star for the last 50 years. We're sitting on tons of music and just tons of talent that we can use to who knows what we're going to do with it. I have a lot of ideas, and it will be interesting to share, especially with musicians, in the growth with your audience and community. Pretty soon it's going to be, instead of the record companies getting all the distribution money, those are going to end up going back to your fans. Artists are going to sell their albums via NFTs, and their fans are going to end up purchasing those. And I would imagine that they're going to distribute, when the streaming royalties come in and whatnot. See you later, ASCAP. See you later, BMI, who've been pretty much robbing musicians for 50 years or more. They are going to be bypassed. And I think that is so cool that when you go and share a song on a social media platform, it's somebody who you really like and you want people to hear their music. But now that you have like a monetary stake in it too, when it gets played, that is freaking cool. cool, man.
Yeah,
Some
your
power.
word of mouth marketing suddenly has a payable way. It's payable for you who, owns this NFT and supports this artist and goes out and evangelizes and tells people about them. You actually get a financial reward for it. It's a fantastic incentivization that creates, yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
So we just wanted to hop on here, basically test this platform because we never really use it. We need to
Yeah,
get back
we
on
need
here
to.
a little bit more often, and then just give you guys just one last pitch, letting you know about the NFT Profits course. It starts on Monday, 6 days
Yep.
from now. We're doing this 50% off sale through tonight. You got to go to the URL right there, cryptotutorials.org/NFT-profits. And if anyone needs to ask any questions or whatnot, there is my support desk.
Yep.
You submit a ticket, we'll get back to you.
And then just so that you're not confused, I have had a few people have emailed back and forth. If you go to the sales pages, you may see an address of support@cryptotutorials.org. That is also a good email address. You can email us there for any questions as well. So don't think if you hit one, you need to hit the other. They'll both, we're catching both of them.
Cool. Well, I know we both got a ton of work to do, man. We are super pumped. I'm thankful that we got the first few weeks of the classes already done, but we're working on some of the really ninja stuff. In fact, let me see. Let me share my screen with you real quick, and I'll show you this little smart money tab. And boom, 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 boom. This is Stalker Central. And I didn't share it with you, did I? Oh, here we go.
There you go. Yeah.
This is the goods. This stuff is going to blow your mind. How do I stop sharing? There we go. Stop sharing. I don't want to show too much of it. You're going to have to wait till like week 3 to see that. But oh my gosh, guys, those that you did join, thank you so much. We're super pumped to work with you guys. It was more than we had ever expected. And I've been doing this for 17 years. I'm rarely that shocked. So I'm shocked. I'm grateful, and I'm super excited.
Yep, we got a lot of great stuff to come. You guys are gonna be right on the cutting edge with us the whole way. So definitely, joining it's gonna be worth it for you.
Cool. All right. I'll talk to you later, peeps.
All right.